Okay, let's get at it.
Woo! Yay, hiking.
This is where we camped out last night on the night of the 14th. A good spot where we kind of hid underneath the ridge line of the trails to block some of the wind. Good morning. November 15th, 2021. Day 167. And it is a frigid morning. Waiting for that sun right there to pop up over the hills. How's your morning?
Good morning. A little chilly.
A little chilly. We'll see if our technology works today. But if you're watching this, then I guess it worked. It was another night where it was probably mid-20s and really windy. At least 3 big branches came down overnight around us. After the first one, I popped out and double-checked that we weren't under anything obvious that was going to come down and make for an unhappy experience. But we were good where we were last night. And I cheated a little bit. Melissa has been carrying since Northern Virginia a couple of those body warmers, the hand warmer things. And she popped one last week. And I popped the second one last night. And I think the experiment was a positive one. Because it did work out pretty well. So I have a feeling when we get to Hot Springs, we might pick up a couple more to take us through the end of the trip. Get a few so when it's cold, we can pop them. Today, we've got another 14.5-ish mile day planned. There's this climb in the morning we're doing right now. And then the big one is in the afternoon up something called Big Butt. And no, it's not a butte, it is a butt. And that's going to be the really big climb of the day, I think. And then we've got a shelter that we're targeting for end of day. Or if we get there early, we do have a spot we can extend to a mile or two after that. I think last night and the night before, which were our 2 nights where it was low to mid-20s overnight, are going to be the coldest nights we've got for the next few days at least. Because the next 3 nights, I think it's supposed to warm up like 30 degrees as the low tonight and 33 the next night. So hopefully we won't be quite as cold the next couple nights. Okay, we'll see how our day goes today. The sun, not only peaked up, but I guess we moved further over enough that it's not right behind the mountain it was behind a minute ago. All right, we'll see you out there. We're on the wrong side of the ridge right now, but the wind is biting. We just got up a bit of a climb right now, and hoping that we're near the top of it so that we can start coasting down and get into some of the sunshine that we see out there. But not yet. It is bitter cold and the wind is not helping. Okay. We'll go a little further. See ya. Okay, I know it's officially cold because I put my snot rag over my face.
It helps.
It helps. And how's your water supply?
My hose is frozen, so I can't drink out of my hose this morning.
Well, I offered some of my water. She said no.
Hopefully the filter's not freezing.
Okay, we are between two of our bumps that we're going up and down. And we've come out to a impressive view.
Not too shabby.
Hey, that's my tagline.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, that's the other bump we just came down from. Oh, yep. I guess that one of the good things about the cold, clear days is it is really nice to look at.
Beautiful.
Okay, we're making our way finally down our first climb of the morning. First climb being the multiple sub-climbs as well. And we're passing over a series of streams and stuff. And we kind of do need water. We had timed it out that we would get water at one of these, but I don't think we're actually going to. Melissa's got plenty of water as long as it thaws eventually. We just tried to de-thaw the straw without much luck. And it's just too cold to sit out here filtering. Though it might have warmed up a tad bit since we started. So we'll just keep on passing on. Yeah, that's where we came down this morning. Down to a road that's down there. And we just passed the hostel that would have been at our 19-mile mark yesterday, which...
We didn't make it.
Yeah, that was eliminated pretty much as soon as we thought about it. And now, we're on our way up the next mountain. Yay, AT. 3 more weeks?
3 more weeks.
Okay, well, we're approaching a meadow, which should mean some more sunshine. We finally stripped off a layer or two.
On my shoulder makes me happy. Sorry. What now?
Something like that. Ooh, there's a little well down there. That's kind of cool. But actually, looks like the trail's hanging a right-hand turn, so I don't think we go through the meadow to the left. We instead see what's off to the right. We're doing our last down before we climb up Big Butt Mountain. And I'm betting that's the Big Butted Mountain, at least the start of it, to our right. And that'll be a long climb. I think the first half mile of it is what's going to be the big butt kicker. And the rest of it will just be big butted long. But we had some lunch at a shelter, which was in the sun, which was nice, and we hung out with the other hiker we know named Solo, who's been leapfrogging us the last 2 days, and then got back on trail, and it's shady, so we layered back on a few layers. Enjoying this little downhill while we got it. Yes, The valley is about to end on us. I'm going to take a quick side trail here to what's called Shelton Graves. I don't know the full story here, but apparently they were a pair of brothers in the Union Army that came down to visit family during the Civil War and were killed. I would be curious what the larger story is about what led to confrontation to cause it, or whether it was just straight that they were the enemy. What's funny is that plaque there says erected by H.D. Hare and E.W. Fletcher, Newsom, and Riddle. We passed a couple miles back just a regular grave site where there was a Riddle buried at it. It had two graves in it, like a family plot. One of them was the Riddles. I guess this is all related. I know in the next couple weeks we're going to get actual snow, but suddenly we're walking through a patchy section here. Oh wait, did I smile?
Let it snow. Let it
I was
snow.
supposed to smile for the picture before she sang at me. So it's just kind of weird that the patchy snow just started. And this side of the mountain must not get much sunshine. And our assumption is up there is Big Butt. So we're still just climbing. That's probably the top of her. Well, there's the Big Butt bypass. But I don't think we're going to take that today. We're going to mount this Big Butt. Get her done. If I knew which way to go. Huh. I almost want to go that way for a second. Did it go downhill? She left. Let me see what's on top. Yeah, I think this is the top. I'm glad I didn't blow by it. A little treed in, but good sun. Whew. Okay. I think it is time to leave the butt behind. Yes, I am a 5-year-old. Yeah, that's still a good view over there. We're now sub 1 mile from the shelter, which is our first out point, and coming up to a pretty nice clearing here with a view.
A of the mountains does not get old at all. There's some kind of communications equipment up on top of that big one.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
3 towers I see. That's gorgeous.
Okay, it is end of day 157.
It's the 15th.
Hey, it's end of day 157. I should be able to keep track of these things, but you know, days don't matter a whole lot out here.
No, it's 167.
Or 167.
It's 167. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Get the 7.
So yes, we're bundled up again, if you can't tell. It is another cold night. It is not nearly as cold as last night, and not nearly
as
windy as the night before.
Or last night. Last night was 15 to 25 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 40, and it was in the 20s. It was really, really cold last night. It actually ripped one of the, not ripped, but pulled one of the stakes of our fly out of the ground. We had to get up in the middle of the night and fix it. So it was windy.
Yeah, it was pretty darn windy.
Today it was not as windy.
Nope, but it started out cold and windy.
It was cold.
And we had a big climb to start the day, some unnamed hill.
It was steep,
but it was, that whole first couple hours was cold.
Yeah. But it warmed us up.
Yep. Yeah, for the most part.
The sun
Except
came
for
out,
my fingers and my thumbs.
Okay. But the sun came out by like 11 regularly for us, which felt great.
Yep.
Actually got warm on some of our climbs this afternoon.
It did. Yeah, by this afternoon I was good.
Yeah, we were able to stop for lunch and actually sit at the picnic table and eat lunch for 20 minutes and hang out with another hiker, which was good.
Yep.
We weren't so cold that we couldn't stop moving. You know.
So the afternoon, that was our other big climb of
Big Butt.
Big Butt. Which,
it wasn't mine.
Yeah, it had some decent views going up. You know, the day wasn't definitely not a view day, but there were some nice views.
You could see ridge lines on the two sides of us. We walked the ridge a bit.
We passed the Shelton Graves.
We did. That was interesting.
Which was interesting.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. And then we hit Jerry's cabin shelter where we were originally planning on stopping, and decided to push it another
mile and a half or so.
Yeah.
So
all
just
good.
Because we had daylight, we had time, we were both tired, but if tomorrow morning's as much of a challenge to get up and moving as it was today, we had 16 miles scheduled for tomorrow, and now we only have to do 14 and a half. So.
Yep. Do the miles today while we were already moving.
Already moving and had daylight.
Yep.
And we still have daylight for dinner, which is fantastic.
Yep. Speaking of that, time to eat.
Time to eat.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.